What's good, everybody? Hope you're having a great day today. Happy Wednesday morning. My pen just fell. I'm currently here at Playa, and today I'm going to be, well, you saw the title, how to lose belly fat, how to lose weight and build muscle at the same time, and is it even possible? And to answer that, yes. And today I want to break that down for you, but most importantly, give you the little great details on how to do it, so therefore you can do it for yourself. So be ready to take some note. I got 10 minutes. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. And let's solve this for you. So when it comes to building muscle and losing weight at the same time, what does it take and what do you have to do? Well, three things, right? And of course, these three things we all know. We have to work out, we have to eat right, and we have to stay consistent, right? So when it comes to workouts and coming into the gym, one of the biggest things is, you could get away with coming in here 3 to 6 times to even 5 times a week and build muscle at the same time while losing weight. But the biggest thing that you need to take consideration is your diet, right? Because this is really what's gonna play a crucial role in you doing this to where you can lose the weight and still retain muscle mass. And the reason I talk about the word retain is because while, let's say, you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to build muscle, you're not necessarily going to gain an enormous amount of muscle mass. And the reason why I say that is because you're not in a surplus. When you're in a surplus, that's where we're gonna gain muscle mass. That's where we're gonna gain weight, because we're taking the body and we're getting the body to, well, change internally. And when I say change internally, get bigger muscles and get bigger on the scale. But when it comes to losing weight, it's a little different. When it comes to losing weight, you're in a deficit. And within that deficit, you're in a 400 to 500 calorie deficit. And what you're gonna do within that 400 calorie deficit is not gain a stupid amount of muscle. It doesn't matter how you put your protein. You're still eating less than you're burning. So therefore, you're still gonna lose weight. And it doesn't matter how low you bring your carbs. You're still going to lose weight. But the biggest thing that you need to know is when it comes to retaining muscle mass, protein is gonna be crucial, right? Carbs are gonna be crucial. Fats are gonna be crucial. The amount you eat is gonna be crucial. But just making sure that you're not too much in a deficit to where you're losing muscle. Because that's where most people go wrong, is they go too deep into a deficit and they start losing muscle mass. Because they're in a 1,000 calorie deficit while doing five sessions of cardio a week, while doing 5 training sessions a week, and they're just going and going and thinking, oh, I'm going to lose all this weight and still get lean. No, you're not gonna tone up. You're not gonna look, you're probably gonna get softer, because you're losing muscle at the same time. So to retain that muscle, make sure you're within a 500 calorie deficit, 300 calorie deficit, while going to the gym 4 times a week strength training. And when it comes to cardio, still keep it at a moderate level or to a minimum, to where it's 2 sessions a week for 30 minutes, 3 sessions a week for 30 minutes. It could be walking, it could be biking, it could be anything you truly enjoy. And if you do that within your training, while within a deficit, then yeah, that's how you can lose weight, lose fat, and still retain muscle. And it's kind of the same thing when it comes to bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is exactly that. It's to the point where, not exactly that, because your last 2 weeks are hell. But within that 60-week phase, that 12-week phase, 18-week phase, whatever phase you're in, what you're doing is you're within a small deficit with a high protein diet, carbs in a moderate, and over time you bring down those carbs, maybe sometimes while staying within that calorie count and just increasing the protein, because you want to keep retaining muscle mass as you keep losing more and more weight. So therefore you can appear on stage with a certain amount of weight to where, not a certain amount of weight, because there's a weight class, or certain classes go by height, certain classes go by weight, certain classes go by different things. So whatever class you're on, you might have to go by weight, and you want to reach that weight. To reach that weight, that's exactly what you're going to do. So yeah, it is very possible. It's just a matter of how you're doing it. And most try to do it too fast. And that's why most fail to do it. And that's why most don't think it's possible. But it's very possible. It's very possible. And the diet part, the biggest thing I'd say is when it comes to diet, find a routine for yourself. Especially if you're gonna do this for 12 weeks and 16 weeks. You have to find a routine for yourself. A routine that makes your life easier. Not a routine that brings you hell. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna feel amazing. 9 times out of 10, if you're gonna do this, you're going to get in better shape. 9 times out of 10, if you're going to do this, you're going to fall in love with that routine, because you realize that it wasn't as hard as you thought it would be. I'm just being honest. Once you get consistent for past 3 weeks, it really isn't that hard. And you start to realize, holy shit, I can really look like this, feel like this by just doing this. And then once you start seeing those results, you're just more inclined to do it. You're just more likely to do it. You're more likely to follow through with it. And that's why I always tell a lot of people, give yourself the time to actually start seeing the results. If you don't give yourself the time to actually start seeing the results, you're out of there. You can't say, oh, I've been consistent for 3 weeks, I haven't lost weight, when you have been overweight for 5 years. That don't make sense. You gotta give yourself the time. You gotta give yourself the effort. You gotta be consistent. You gotta really reel in that mindset to really say, hey, I want this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna follow through with this, show up, and I bet you're gonna kick ass. I bet you're gonna kick ass. And last part I really do want to talk about is the mindset. For guys, you might get weaker when you do this, or you might find yourself pushing the same amount of weight. Because like I said, you're not here to get an extreme amount of weight. You're not here to push gains and just get stronger. That's not gonna happen. It's just the honest truth, especially when you're cutting, you're bound to get weaker. For me, that's why I personally don't like cutting. Like, even though I love, preparing for bodybuilding show, I love my bulk seasons the most. Because I get to push weight. I get to be as strong as fucking possible. But when I'm cutting, I'm like, fuck. I can't push this 100 for 12 reps that I wanted to. I can only get it for 6. And something that I'm okay with, because I know I'm gonna get leaner and I have a show coming up. But whenever I'm not preparing a show, I'm bulking, baby. I'm bulking, getting bigger, getting stronger, because that's what I love to do. But yeah, definitely be ready for that. And there are days where you're gonna have a little bit of body dysmorphia. Don't let it, break you. Just keep pushing forward. Stay consistent with your calorie deficit. Stay consistent with your workout routine. Stay consistent with your cardio. And I promise you, if you do that, you will accomplish this. You will overcome it. You will stride through it, and you will become the best version of yourself. All right. Well, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great rest of your day. Happy Wednesday. Stay beautiful. Stay blessed. And hope you guys enjoy it.